Welcome to Education PNG YouTube channel. Today we look at questions in physics on half-life. Before we begin, please help us to grow this channel, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Let us solve these 7 questions. Question 1. What is the initial mass of the radioactive element? Let's check the vertical axis at time 0. The curve starts exactly at 50 grams, before any decay occurs. This matches option B. Question 2. What is the half-life of the radioactive element? Half-life is the duration required for the mass of the element to decrease to half of its initial amount. Since we started with 50 grams, half is 25 grams. Projecting 25 grams from the vertical axis over to our curve aligns perfectly with 10 years on the horizontal axis. Therefore, the half-life is 10 years, which corresponds to option B. Question 3. What will be the mass of the element after 10 years? Since 10 years represents exactly one half-life cycle, the initial mass of 50 grams is divided by 2, leaving us with exactly 25 grams. Looking up from 10 years on the horizontal axis leads directly to the 25-gram coordinate marker on the curve, which is option C. Question 4. What will be the mass of the element after 20 years? 20 years represents exactly 2 half-life cycles. The mass halves once from 50 to 25 grams during the first decade, and halves again from 25 down to 12.5 grams during the second decade. Tracing the coordinate marker at 20 years on the curve confirms that 12.5 grams remain, making B the correct choice. Question 5. How long will it take for the mass of the element to decrease to 12.5 grams? 12.5 grams is exactly 1/4 of our initial 50-gram sample, meaning the element must undergo 2 consecutive halving cycles. Since each cycle takes 10 years, 2 cycles require a total of 20 years. That corresponds to option B. Question 6. After 30 years, how much of the element remains? 30 years corresponds to 3 half-life cycles. The mass of our sample halves 3 times sequentially, 50 to 25 to 12.5, and finally down to 6.25 grams. The plot marker at 30 years on the graph points exactly to 6.25 grams, which is option B. Question 7. How long will it take for the mass of the element to decrease to 6.25 grams? To drop from the initial 50 grams to 6.25 grams, the element must divide by 2 3 times, which requires 3 consecutive half-lives. With each half-life lasting 10 years, this cumulative decay process takes exactly 30 years. Thus, option C is correct. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to follow along.